problems, but frankly, I don't know. You know, it's so hard to know what to expect with PRX, even map to map, even if they play the same comps.
One of the big things that PRX loves to do is get this bench control for Forsaken. From this position, he can try to set up for these site execs with that harbor, but for now, it looks like they're just going to go ahead and shove everybody down mid. Get ready to rush out. We're into the spawn, and Mr. Fallen's caught by the flash, but still manages to find two. Traded back, though, something in mind for getting one apiece. Mr. Fallen and Adicaptain both going to be taken down. Now we find ourselves here in a 3v3. Something down to 22 HP. Does not have a Devour. Needs to get some of that healing here through from Devi. Gets pushed back up towards 100. Inching his way forward. Maj waiting on the cross. Tries to line up the head. Can't quite get it. Just a little bit whiffy on both sides, but Devi still comes out on top.
What a wild start here for PRX, using both of those harbor walls to cut off short and then cut off towards the spawn. Get the toxic, or excuse me, the poison cloud down. And now, a couple shots towards something, just jiggle peeking here. Hiding behind Kiwi's lines, gonna try to use that Leer. He likes to put those on the ground to break crosshairs.
Yeah, Leer off the back of the flash as well, just to try to really guarantee the blind through. Mind Freak giving his position up, and on the jiggle will take a little bit of damage. Sends down the bite. The flash goes up over the top. Cracks looking for the entry. Drops down something. Going to get caught up. Ends up getting taken down, but now it's going to be a 1v2. Cracks at 40 HP. Looking to try to bring this one back, but he cannot get it done. PRX will find the opening round.
And what I really like about this round for PRX is one of the things that I did key in on watching their previous matches during the group stage is that their pistol rounds were really readable. Teams were having a really good job of kind of identifying where PRX liked to hang out, where they were going to kind of set up their attacks, and this was different. I've never seen them do something like this, where they just go all the way into defender spawn, use those double smoke utilities to clear the way. Even though that flash connects and somehow Mr. Fallen is able to find two, they're able to stabilize, get through, and get the round win. So love this change here from PRX off the rip.
As we can see on the side of FUT, not that much going to be invested here, just going to be two sheriffs. There's Kiwi, does want to push the issue, moves up, almost has a collapse, but still comes away with one. Jing going to be taken down. Weapon will get scooped up by Forsaken, you would suspect. Yeah, Spectre will now be in hand, but a great opening shot. Get themselves an early advantage. Something just going to creep across over into Wine.
This full-on gamble stack here from FUT is going to be maneuvered away from by PRX. They don't like what they've seen so far, and yeah, Kiwi, if he can heat up, he can definitely give PRX a lot of trouble. The guy has been absolutely stellar this event. And PRX is going to try to make their way back through short, and you can use the harbor walls, kind of fake a little bit of attention towards mid, draw Maj over there.
Kiwi again looking to push forward, gets the headshot just to the corner of the doorway. Mind Freak taken down, dash now going to be expended. Cove goes up, so the flash actually not going to be able to connect. A little bit of disjointedness. There's still looking to hound him down, and Forsaken will be able to find it without taking any additional damage. They're coming away with one. Now Mr. Fallen getting involved as well, finds himself an elimination, brings us into a 2v2. So the weapons, one is recovered. Adicaptain now with the Spectre in hand.
30 seconds left.
Something watching on the angle. The wall goes up. He's trying to spray through, but doesn't have the vision, doesn't have the info. Now just have to back away. So both will get settled here in the site.
I still got a paranoia here for Adicaptain to work with. He can definitely get this done. Forsaken and something. Gonna try to use that south side of the B site to lock this down. Vandal in hand for something. Loves that hero rifle.
You would love to get Mr. Fallen a weapon in this situation, but there's just no time. Would have had to have gone way out of his way just to try to make it happen. Now the reveal coming through. Tag goes in. Paranoia connects, and something dead as he tries to entry back down into the site. Adicaptain with the recovered Spectre fights it. And that is going to be us now tied up at 1-1.
Oh, what a beautiful paranoia there from Adicaptain. Nails both the PRX and gives them an easy thrifty here at the end. Well played here. Kiwi having just a phenomenal start to this round. Again, loves to push space early. Loves to see if he can take contact, clear utility, whatever he's got to do. And he finds a couple big kills. At the end here, PRX a little bit disjointed, a little bit confused here off this early aggression from FUT. And that's something FUT's going to do. You know, it is kind of funny. The desk was talking about it. The styles actually kind of match up a little bit between these two teams. Yes, the agent comp's very, very different, but oh, check his desk.
The molding has begun, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty more of that, I'm sure.
We need a desk hit counter for Alex throughout the game.
He hasn't been pounding the desk too much so far, but you know, head in hands, that certainly has happened. But now let's see how they fare coming into this round. And still are spending down just a little bit here, getting down to 1,100. 50 for the side of Devi as those stingers do come through. Cove, Leer up over the top and try to get them over into the site. Seeker's leading the charge. Will get the spot onto one. Kiwi going to be taken down by finding that now. Mr. Fallen looking to hold things down here. Back at Boathouse. Finds two before getting taken out. Damage dealt, but they get themselves into the site. Spike still on the ground, not planted. And now it's all on Forsaken. Vandal recovered. Comes away with one. Needs two more, but he's not ready for Maj on that angle. Barely manages to clip him right through the corner, and that is going to be FUT now moving up 2-1.
Yeah, nice little one-way set up there. Allows Maj to just get the spot. As the plant comes down, and a good defense here from FUT. A good start from PRX. I like this cove right at the entrance, right behind the Seekers. Allows them to just kind of push right in towards boats. Now, Mr. Fallen, once again, doing a great job here so far, holding his ground. Gets a couple big kills there to really keep that round in hand for FUT. Had they been able to get him a little bit quicker, that could have turned around very, very quickly. But you're already seeing a lot of this kind of interesting sort of the way that PRX uses utility is so different than a lot of other teams. Looking to set up maybe a push here for Jing right in. Oh!
Straight over in towards bench, but Kiwi is there, and he's got the shot lined up. Takes him down. Entry immediately shut down. So the rest of the team's lingering around A, getting ready to entry over through tree. Just Mind Freak at the moment. He's over at main. Nanoswarm comes up off the back of the alarm bot. Destroy. Kiwi forced off his angle. Something though finds an opener. Mother's Fury cutting across. Something takes it to Smith to get himself into the site just a little bit faster. And Mind Freak narrowly avoids getting tagged up by that one. But somehow, full blind with the paranoia, still comes away with a headshot. Kiwi now up into heaven, going to be pushed off the angle by the snake bite. Dog forward, something swings off the back of it, right as Krax is trying to clear it, ends up getting taken down. Mr. Fallen now arriving right when he needs to. Finds Forsaken, keeps things pretty even. Mind Freak down to 5 HP, makes this a very winnable prospect here for the side of FUT.
Gonna be tough now, something right on point of contact from short.
No more util, no more Leers. The creep up, Divine with covering fire off of the flank, finds Kiwi. Now Mr. Fallen, can he find some more? No, he cannot. Something with three. We'll take them across the line here in round number 4 and tie us up yet again at 2-2.
Really good patience here from PRX. Off the rip, try to see if they can get any space off of Jing. Jing trying to catch Kiwi a little bit off guard with that op, but Kiwi well aware of it, expecting it right through that toxic screen that they use to try to mask what they're doing here through mid. And then a good bait and switch between Devi and something, using that Trailblazer to get that kill in short. So this is what really makes PRX special. It's the way they combo off each other's utility, right? Whether it's, you know, Devi and something, you know, they can double on their blind.
Oh, tile scratch.
Oh, wow, we're going right in. And DRX does that a lot. You're not fooling PRX on that one.
And they're perfectly poised for it, knowing that the ult was going to be available. They were going to be on a lower buy. As Krax will be able to come away with one. Odd bounce on the paint shell, just kind of clipping into the sign and not going into the corner of the cubby that he was looking for. Either way, though, it's a fast start, but a very fast shutdown. PRX with 4. Very much in control as the dog will go on a merry little chase. Not spotting anything, though, but Jing not getting punished. Position is revealed, and Maj will get taken down. And that's PRX once again establishing a little lead for themselves.
Yeah, you can just, again, use Jing. Jing is as great of a fragger as he is, as great of a raise as he is. A lot of times he's kind of an information, you know, kind of resource gatherer for his team. You know, you see it on Pearl. He'll be on the
living recon dart.
Exactly, yeah. So he's a living owl drone. I mean, he's just running around, blast packing in, getting information for his team, and then they can make decisions off of that. And he's so good off of those blast packs. He's got the fastest reaction on the landing time of blast packs that I've ever seen. The guy just recovers so quickly with those. But here, you know, doing the heavy lifting, doing the blue collar work, if something gets caught underneath that smoke.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say off back in hand, this could be troublesome, or problem for them is what I mean to say, or troublesome. Not a combination of both. Either way, good punish coming through. Just playing off the one way, the Stinger finds the kill. That can be a weapon recovered. Not sure if they've already gotten it yet. Either way, fantastic start.
Yeah, you got the Reckoning for Forsaken here. Let's see if he's going to be able to even invest it. Nope, he's not.
Nope, just playing, swinging on the corner, playing off contact, and, well, Bullet made contact with his face. Taken down. Very much an advantage now established here for the side of FUT. Look to tie us up yet again, keeping this neck and neck. Not wanting for PRX to be able to break away from them here, especially given that FUT are starting on this defending side.
And Mr. Fallen's just been doing a wonderful job here on this Sova, holding down the B site. I mean, time and time again, just so clean with his aim. Really making it challenging for PRX to get any foothold on the B site. You know, coming through that B main door, especially whether he's in boats. Shot good. Kiwi's been really clean with that op.
He's been certainly on one here. Jing, again,
30
looking to entry.
seconds left.
They know that the Odin was here. And, well,
Player
he's going to
standing.
try to jump across to the opposite side, but Krax shuts it down. Nice 2 kills here for the KO to tie us up yet again, 3-3. This team seemingly inseparable at the moment.
Yeah, FUT's doing a really nice job here, handling some of PRX's trickery, some of their aggression, catching them off guard. And again, Mr. Fallen doing a great job receiving contact. Crack's still able to sit on that null command, but now you've got just about every ult available for PRX. And you have a stinger for Jing because he's got the showstopper, so let's see if he's gonna try to get something off the roof. But he's at top mid. It doesn't look like they're gonna go for a set, execute off of that showstopper here towards A.
Just wait and see. Either way, Reckoning now going to be coming through, and yeah, he's going to pull the showstopper off the back of that one. Maj, however, finding an opening kill, takes him down. Kiwi going to be caught off guard, just end up falling to the showstopper, so kill found, rifle recovered, and up, in fact, as Jing brings that forward into the A site. Just now going to be occupied here from the side of PRX. Fallen still playing elusively, or rather, Atacaptain playing elusively, gets around the backside, finds Forsaken, Mind Freak. Just managed to find that punish, but now the lockdown is in. They have no way to deal with this one. They have to back away the null command as well, going to be infested. They just have to tuck back over in towards Wine. And that is going to allow for the FUT players to go ahead and flood back into the site.
This is really, really challenging now. Cracks here, recognizing they're likely stuck in Wine. Mind Freak trying to work off the back of that, and he might catch him in the back, but Mr. Fallen is good to get 2!
And that's going to be the spike now dropped. Mind Freak
A.
around the backside, doesn't take any chances, pulls the trigger as soon as he spots one, but he cannot line up the other. Cracks will be the finisher yet again, and that's going to be FUT, once again taking the lead, just eking out very slightly ahead of him at 4-3.
I really like the start here for PRX. I like the way they think about this as a timeout is going to come through. Need to kind of readjust. And, normally you would expect that Jing's going to blast back in with that showstopper to clear A site, to try to get the plant down. Instead, he's coming through Catwalk, trying to come around the other side. And in fact, the Reckoning from Forsaken actually catches the edge of Kiwi. That's how it makes it a little bit easier there for Jing to come through and kill Kiwi on the side. It kind of reveals that position. And then they have that staggered utility like I was talking about, right? You use the Leer, you can use the Trailblazer, you can use the Cascades, these kind of things to just kind of leapfrog your way forward as PRX. And yeah, it starts out great, but again, FUT's doing such a good job of kind of dodging that, anticipating some of this pressure, and then just holding their ground. And Mr. Fallen, Cracks in particular, have been really, really good here so far.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that Alex was talking about in that opening interview coming into today was saying, like, they like to play this KO on pretty much every map, and that's something we need to try to pilot around. It hasn't really even been the KO utility that's giving them that much trouble.
No.
I thought maybe having those 0 points coming through, being able to get those tags, get the nullifier out when the side detect is getting ready to come in would really punish the side of PRX, but it's just been Cracks. His rifling has been so clean so far, as well as some of those shots with the Sheriff, I do believe, but now we go back in off the back of the timeout to see whether or not PRX can tie this up once again at 4-4, or if FUT can start to stretch a lead. Yeah,
and again, it's kind of FUT sort of anticipating some of these hits and doing a good job of repositioning themselves where they're not really taking the brunt of the utility. Even if, like you're saying, that Cracks' 0 point or something like that isn't catching the PRX players, or even his flashes in some cases, they're still able to just hold their angles, hold their lines. Now, Kiwi will be on the back of this Cascade, and you always got to suspect that they're going to use that to take space. PRX absolutely will try to set up, it looks like an A crunch potentially here.
I think they want to contest into benches. Okay, yeah, Dog's going to be coming through. Kiwi with the immediate dash out.
I think it's a fake here, yeah. They're going for A, it looks like.
Now the setup is going to be coming in. They put up the wall. Smoke and response here from Atacaptain. Trying to dissuade them from pushing in towards tree, but there's no one there to receive them. So they can just inch forward here steadily. Atacaptain, caught moving. Just crouch walking along the side. Nanoswarm, however, will finish off Jing. Takes him down as the Hunter's Fury goes fishing, but comes up short. Nothing fighting the bait. Maj on the other side, though, managing to find one. Kiwi up to heaven, finds another. Maj looks to hold down the site, comes up with 3, and that should be good enough. Forsaken now all on his lonesome. Tap of the spike, the drone coming through. Tries to tuck down in towards Hell to avoid this one. As they look for him, they do not spot him. Time to play with. They could perhaps think that, maybe he was going to rotate, but no, the dart pings him, and Mr. Fallen guns him down. 5-3. FUT now finally starting to stretch some extra rounds here on top, now up by 2.
And this round here is again, a good one from Mr. Fallen. Not in the rifling, Maj is doing a wonderful job on the site with that, but it's the utility. It's the Hunter's Fury and that recon dart there at the end. That Hunter's Fury slows up the forces of PRX. Gives enough time for FUT to rotate over, to get into position, to really make sure that PRX can't get comfortable, can't get that plant down.
Ready.
And then that recon dart at the end to find that kill. So money now starting to look really good. Viper's Pit available for Mindfreak. That one way, just looking to see if anybody's going to get aggressive, and a couple Bulldogs for PRX as the money gets thin for them. Kiwi going to be backed off. This time, going to be able to dodge that Trailblazer, still hold this angle off the back of this alarm bot.
Doesn't spot anything. Wall now going up here over towards A, but see PRX widely staring in towards mid. This alarm bot will go ahead and reveal the plan here. Push up, clear it. No contact into the A site quite just yet here. FUT, what do they make of this?
And what I'm seeing here from PRX is I think this timeout from Alex was to sort of get them to kind of not go for those heavy execute style, to just kind of take their time, spread the map, look for this utility. No confirmation off of the flash, so Mr. Fallon immediately starts to respond with some shock darts.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be walking into this Odin spray as well. Captain, back gen, managing to find one. Something going to be taken down. The swing out. Mr. Fallon finding one. Forsaken Mindfreak getting one apiece. They're trying to bring this back into parity, but Kiwi manages to triple up, finds himself another kill. Mindfreak will fall. Forsaken and Debai. Last two alive in a 2v3.
Spike planted.
Still flashes the nade available from Cracks, but the spray of the Odin used against him. Forsaken coming away with one. Running out of bullets, gonna have to go for the reload or swap the weapons. Looks like he's going to go for the latter. It's Fatal back in the hand, but now into the 2v2. Swing out, Cracks snaps in onto Debai's head. Finds the kill to jump onto the corner. They look to double face, and Forsaken, he cannot realign that spray fast enough. Maj finishes him off, and FUT now managed to move up 6-3.
Just great discipline here from FUT at the end. Just really checking all their corners, and Cracks so ready for Debai. Debai, I thought he had a pretty decent opportunity there, but Cracks just even better right now. 8, 5, and 6 on that scoreline, doing a wonderful job on that KO. And then setting Maj up for the kill on a Forsaken underneath. Hell, PRX looks a little bit befuddled. It looks like FUT's just doing a good job of kind of getting a kill and then backing off, or at least, you know, delaying as long as they can these hits onto PRX. And it's a great game plan. It is really working a treat here so far. PRX just really can't seem to find even the ability to get plants down too often.
Yeah. A similar beginning. Wall up, take some space. Flash across, not going to be getting that contact either, so info gained. And look at the Reckoning. It's not hitting any of them. They push forward out in towards main, where Mindfreak is waiting. Paranoia not going to be lined up, but it doesn't matter because he's not going to nail the shots. That's Kiwi! The quick scope in, finds something, shuts him down, and now we're on for a flawless. Blades in hand, swing on the corner. Debai will deny that away at least, but still a 2v4. Spike still in hand, but they know that they are completely surrounded.
And you just have to fight your way out of this as PRX. Debai finds Cracks, but takes a little bit of damage for his troubles. Able to dodge the 0 point. And Forsaken just has to watch this wall. He's so scared, trying to use the flash to set him up.
Not spotting anything. Forsaken still looking to challenge forward into the zone, and we'll just clear the recon dart. 38 seconds remaining, and it seems like, yeah, they're not going to be happy with this A site. Get ready to push out in towards mid. Maj waiting, finds him. Cracks has got the other. Only Kiwi lost. Cash in hand can buy another operator, as FUT will lock in 7 for the half.
And they're just sensing the time there on the clock at the end. And, you know, they know that, you know, after getting some pressure through A main, no spike being planted, we can start heading back, trying to cut off their rotation, see if we can catch them off guard. And it's a great call there from FUT. They're just doing a masterclass right now of shutting this PRX comp down. It is so tough for PRX to just do anything they want every step of the way. They are just thwarted. And even, you know, even Mindfreak there, it's ready for that push out. He dodges that Paranoia and he just whiffs, and PRX just looks off as well.
Compared to where we began, certainly has tipped the expectations ever since that thrifty win coming through in the second round. Mindfreak just going to pop in the orb, dissipates it, gets himself tucked over towards Wine. As mid gets cleared out, just taking away that alarm bot. Trying to add to the mystery here of where PRX is going to go this time. It's Kiwi pushing out, spots the head, can't quite line it up, and does take a nasty little bit of damage there. Falls low as something. Bring out, pokes his head over towards B. I mean, he's still messing around with this. Bold moves here from the side of something, and he's lucky to get away with his life, especially after that op shot. Narrowly grazes him, but Forsaken is going to take the full brunt of it. Ends up getting taken down. Captain as well, going to be finding Devi. Jing trying to get himself up here onto the site, but it's just paranoid. Gets gunned down. The Odin yet again finding value. Kiwi puts one right into something's thigh, takes him down. It's a flawless round as we get ready to go into the last round of the half. FUT already up at 8-3.
Yeah, just very clean stuff here from FUT. They look totally in control of this match so far. Still have the Viper's Pit for Mind Freak, 1 away from the Seekers, 2 away from the Showstopper here for PRX. So let's see if they're going to make some kind of play to maybe try to get that Showstopper in hand for Jing. See him angling towards the B box potentially. We'll see exactly what they want to do, but with Kiwi here with this op, he's gotten some really high value, high impact kills. And off the rip, spraying and kind of expecting that maybe they were going to try to play for an orb here. And also with Maj 1 away from his ult. Could be very difficult. Jing is going to be tucked in, he gets spotted. Oh.
He's having the wall bang, not able to find it there. Boombot will go off in Kiwi's face. Seems like he's more than happy to go ahead and just eat the damage. In the meantime, the rest of PRX taking position here over towards mid. Wall gets broken down. A bit of damage across there onto Mr. Palm, but it's not the kill. Kiwi holds the angle in towards Market, finds one, looks for the headshot there on the Devi. Narrowly misses the opportunity. Almost gets that kill. TP now across, triple stack over here towards Boats. It's Forsaken still moving forward into the site. Sees the op go through, knows that the Odin sprays on the one side, clears out the first player. It's one gone. Forsaken though tagged down, 13 HP. Catches another from behind. Captain gonna be taken out. Jing pushes through, finds Kiwi. Now off in hand for him once again. The pit comes down. Everything in the kitchen sink thrown at this round here to try to get another win at the end of the half.
All it's going to take is 1 kill from Maj to get his ult, to get that lockdown, and that could make things really tricky for PRX.
Just needs to wait, clear out the Seeker. Shorty in case somebody's going to be playing up close. Spraying it through. Not finding any contact there. Gets everything reloaded. Make sure that he is geared up and ready to go. He's going to be able to find anything. His Mind Freak just on the opposite side of the wall. Going to be safe. Op shot from Devi. Not going to find the connection. Now they know Maj's position. Full flash across. Another one right into his face. But they still haven't gotten the punish. But Jing will eventually come around from behind to finish him off. PRX will finally be able to get another round on board. But 8-4 half. FUT here with their map pick of Ascent are looking clean. Yeah,
just a phenomenal half here from FUT. They're really in control of this. From basically the second round. After that Thrifty, they really had a good read on how PRX wanted to attack this map. And even after the timeout from PRX, pretty much stayed in control.
I mean, it felt like they were going to have to burn both of them in this half to try to get some semblance of stability, but not found. But you can see still all smiles on the side of the PRX players. Let's see how they
screen there. Kind of expecting that maybe they're trying to make a play off of that, and they're being a little bit cautious about it. In fact, yeah, Paranoia invested, fully expecting that hit out of A main was FUT. But actually, PRX, nowhere in the vicinity.
Yeah, I mean, just actually zero attention paid over here towards A, but it looks like there's gonna be an attempt, maybe a little bit of a fake here, but as they do spot 3 off the back at the 0 point, seems like they will just go ahead, turn their sights over towards B very quickly. Market door already shut, gonna be broken down, walls coming up. Forsaken doing his damnedest to try to dissuade them from pushing forward here into the side as Jing goes rushing out, frenzy in hand, but Kiwi shuts him down. Forsaken inching forward, finds one, gets himself a second. Keeping things a little bit more narrow here, a little bit more tied up, but PRX will be able to inch forward, take the lead once again, and something finds himself a second elimination here in the pistol, and PRX will be able to go 2 for 2 in that regard. They move up now to 5. Still a decent way to try to run this one back.
What a hold here from Forsaken, throwing everything in the kitchen sink here with those smokes, with the high tides, with the cascades to buy the time for the rest of the reinforcements to show up for PRX, even getting a couple big kills in there as well. Make sure that FUT couldn't find any hold onto that B site. Really nicely done, and a good start here for PRX. Again, very different looks on these pistol rounds than what you're used to. You're kind of used to, again, I'm saying that they like to push out of A main like this. You can see here, they're using a snake bite to control that orb, but they like to get aggressive off the rip, you know, and that's obviously, they're known as W Gaming for a reason. They like to go at you. They want to take those aim duels with you because they are that confident and they are that good.
Maj, early damage taken as the paint shell came through. All going up as Jing just looks to occupy this forward space here in B main. Does have Forsaken alongside of him. Mid completely left open though. Smoke will get dropped, but they have the market door shut, so this is their little backup here. Don't have the killjoy, yeah, just shut the door instead of putting an alarm bot in. Point not gonna spot anything. Forsaken just dips back into the cove, gets the dink through, and Kiwi will be able to get that jumping right click across. Finds him as Jing though holds the line over here at B main. Guns down 4 to deny any kind of thrifties from coming through this time around.
And no sheriffs to be found that round for FUT, but still able to get a couple big kills with those classics. But one of these things I love about the way that Forsaken plays Harbor in particular is the way he sometimes, you know, he's great at setting up his team, you know, especially...
Flash bullet.
Yeah, jeez. But especially, you know, you think about something and they really work together with Divide. They really work together to try to get these setups and a fast push here. Now they're pushing the pace.
Oh yeah, Tiles crunching Adicaptan. He is just none the wiser. Didn't know what hit him.
Oh.
Swing in. Something finds a follow-up headshot. Crack's gonna be taken down. Takes a casual, little dismiss back out to safety. Divide in the meantime still gonna be lingering forward. Knows that they have this spike under the control, and he wants to keep it that way so the walls continue to rise. Forsaken to lock them away from this necessary objective.
This is what I love about PRX.
Oh, they're actually making the call to back off.
Yeah, but these hits come when you least expect them, right? They're on the bonus. You wouldn't think that most teams would want to get, you know, crazy aggressive towards towers like that, especially without a jet.
I mean, I don't think most people are going to anticipate a Tiles crunch with a Reyna.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Oh, wild plays here. Looks like an inch around, see if they can find anything, but no. Forsaken will find Maj, something. Catches Kiwi, that once again strands the spike, and Mr. Fallen. Let's see if he decides to play for anything at all here, but will just end up falling. It's back-to-back 4Ks, one duelist to another. Something this time coming away with it. The Empress now online, and PRX are within touching distance, 8-7.
Something is really tricky to deal with, especially on this defender side on Ascent. You know, against DRX, especially able to work on the A site where I see him sort of shifting over here. There's a lot of room to maneuver. You can get those first bloods, get those dismisses, you know, especially around dice on site and things like that. He can cause a lot of problems. But going back to Forsaken real quick, as Harbor, he does a great job setting up his team, and sometimes he sets up himself. He uses that cove to play off that angle through market, things like that. Kiwi with the Sheriff, we've already seen him do some serious work with it already. Let's see if FUT can find themselves another thrifty.
Something is going to be noted, and he just swings out to take down Mr. Fall, and the blind is still through there on the Maj as well. Something comes away with 2. Empress not popped, says not needed. Knows that they're going to be going in against the lighter buy, and now he's got himself a 3rd. He's looking for the 4th, and something is on for the ace. Dismisses forward, he's on the hunt, he's looking for him. And Kiwi tucked into the corner. Can he shut it down? Can he deny it away? No, he cannot. As something will electrify the crowd. PRX will tie it up now at 8-8.
Unbelievable stuff. He loves to push top mid. And this time around, he is just ready for every hit along the way. The Leer is brilliant. Maj is stuck trying to deal with it. And then he just keeps going. Catches Adicaptan a bit off guard, trying to get the spike out of there. And then Kiwi just can't get the aim ready in time. Unbelievable stuff there. Just absolutely amazing. He is so good at making something out of nothing.
Oh, God. Anyway, into this next round. Sorry, guys. You're going to have to deal with this. 8-8.
You're stuck in here with me now.
That was the attempt at the thrifty. Low buy. Oh, but something just plays up the back of the fake flash. Kiwi turns away, trying not to get blinded as the swing comes in. Something with a quick punish, a quick exit. And that's so much of your punching power taken away with Kiwi on the floor.
And he's just, once the confidence gets flowing on this Reyna, it just snowballs. He just starts taking these angles, taking these fights that you aren't really ready for. And he's just clean and fast. And he can use those dismisses to just cause so much disruption. A lot of utility invested here towards market. Jing just backing up. Crack's able to find Divide, though.
Well, great opening shot.
Use that.
Takes him down. It's not without any cost. Just find himself at 13 HP. Leafs brings this back into their favor now, as Adicaptan will also find Jing, but Forsaken swinging out, manages to get one, but he overstays far too long. Something pushing out of the smoke, comes away with one, but now he's all on his lonesome in a 1v2.
Right here.
The 1v3 clutch if he can get it done. Here's the rotations. They know exactly where they are. No Lears to play with. A couple seconds to spare here.
left.
The plant will come down.
Spike planted.
Still
There.
got a little bit of time to play with, and if anybody can do it right now, it is something.
If he can come away with one, he's got the dismiss available. Two of them to play with. Swing in, he's not going to be able to pop it fast enough. The double face is good enough there from the side of FUT, and they will keep themselves in the lead at 9-8.
That's a great plan there from FUT. That way, if he does try to dismiss out, it makes it a lot harder for him to get a kill and then leave before they're both going to be able to shut him down with that double stack. Really nicely thought out there by FUT. Recognizing that situation really nicely. Getting back into 9 rounds here, one ahead of PRX, and now you have the Blade Storm for Kiwi.
He's going to pop it again.
It never gets old watching Alex.
I mean, Alex is getting old, I think, as we watch this. He's definitely aging at a rapid pace.
Get out of my way.
But I'm right there with you. It is always entertaining. Up now into the hands of something. Recon does get the ping. As the updraft goes through, Kiwi showing some presence and forces him off the angle.
Yeah, good recognition here by PRX. Jing try to work off this boom bot. Forsaken right behind him. Let's see what they want to do off the back of that drone. Just leave, yeah. Don't want to mess with it. And that's wise. They know that this Blade Storm is lurking.
Market door again, going to be shut out. Showstopper sent through an Attica that he can't get away from it. I thought maybe he had closed enough distance to not get picked, but no, ends up falling, and now that's the smoke's gone. As they turn their sights over towards A instead.
And Cracks tried to shut him down with a 0 point, but it was just a bit late. So Jing able to barely sneak through with that kill.
Hear them stomping through, something looking to get up in front of the Viper wall, but oh, rare whiff. Shorty out, the push into the smoke, and the right click does not connect. Something shuts him down, the Reckoning forcing Maj forward. Forsaken able to find the elimination. Something gonna get caught off guard, but so too is Mr. Fallen as Mind Freak off that flank. Makes his presence known, and we are tied up yet again at 9-9.
Good hold here from PRX. And Jing somehow finds value with that showstopper that I thought wasn't going to be able to hit Kiwi. You know, Kiwi's updrafting, trying to dodge it. And instead, Atticaptain just barely caught out with it to rotate over. And FUT is going to pump the brakes. Absolutely time to take a timeout. And yeah, with something really heating up now, Forsaken's got this Odin. Starting to put it to good use. Now you got to think about, okay, how are we going to stop this momentum that PRX has built?
I mean, so far, just the one round here on this attacking side, need to find their footing. They've got some decent tools here. They're one away from having the lockdown, one away from a null command. Hunter's Fury already online, and Mr. Fallen's been, you know, on that defending side especially, very clean with finding picks or at least getting some tags across. We saw him get that setup kill on the Jing was they were trying to entry over onto the A site. If he can have a good round with that one, pop it off the rip, get a catch onto somebody, you know, after using an Aldrun perhaps, get that opening pick, that might get the blood flowing again here for the side of FUT.
Yeah, and I think you could maybe play for a trade if you can identify where something is. If you can get the null command online for Cracks, you can, and then get a spot like you're talking about onto something. You can maybe isolate this operator because you can prevent the dismisses. You know, even though he gets one, you can play for trade right away and make sure that something, you know, can't do the Reyna snowball dance where she's just dismissing all over the place. I'm really curious to see how FUT wants to do this. Like you're talking about, a lot of ults almost there. You know, Maj one away from the lockdown as well. So let's see.
The tools that are there, the Sheriff, the Spectre even being bought in here from the side of Atticaptain. Decent odds here to try to get themselves a thrifty win. Something, again, going to get revealed. Good early info. Spot out that operator. Now can try to play around him.
Push out towards A main from Jing and Forsaken. That dog's going to get a little bit of info. Divine now knows there's at least two there, and a good reaction from something.
Mr. Fallen thinking that he was going to have, you know, enough space to be able to push forward. Saying surely something is repositioned, but no, this is PRX. They like to reaggress. Jing now arriving at top mid. 1, 2, looks for the third, has the nade, sends it Cracks his way, and he's flushed out into the open, but still is going to be good for the kill. But the nade, the martyrdom, it comes through. Jing picks it up. Oh, shoulder seen, Maj dead. Forsaken will finish him off, and PRX will be able to take the lead. But this is now the round. The buy getting ready to come back through that we suspect is where these ults are going to be invested. Now that they have 4 online, where the game plan was set in place during that timeout.
Yeah, exactly. Jing just loves to one-tap that Vandal. One of the best in the business. Again, a great reaction from Krax, though, to at least get something out of that incredibly difficult position with that Spectre, to find a kill there, to find some value. But now these ults all stacked up towards A, and a lot of utility. The Paranoia gonna back him right off. The Snake Bite to slow this hit down at least for a moment. Here comes that null command.
Yeah, I mean, util exchange, but now not available from the side of PRX as the null command does look to escort them forward. There's the tag off the drone. Devi, however, managing to find 2, gets himself a 3rd. Mr. Fallen will be able to get the punish there with that Hunter's Fury, but so much damage dealt. Now Kiwi spotted, tagged up, dashes out. 1 shot left in the shorty. Not going to be able to find the connection there. It does not matter. This PRX will shut it down so swiftly.
You're going to scatter from my stuff. Super
And
easy
now
to
at 11-9, there's 1 round away from locking in that map point. And as we can see, again, the cash just consistently getting kicked back here from FUT.
Yeah, and they tried to do what you were kind of thinking of here, right? Null command into this Hunter's Fury, but Devi just so clean with it.
Sometimes the Sultan just does that. Unfortunately for FUT, it's not the round that they were hoping for. It's not the one that Guys was trying to set them up to have. Devi just put his foot down and held the A site.
Spot onto Mind Freak, but doesn't really give away too much for PRX. He's been a mainstay at the A main entrance. Krax is trying to sneak his way through here. Devi once again gonna be guiding the tree area.
There.
Let's see what they want to do. Just really taking their time here is FUT, but Mind Freak. Whew.
Stacks up. Kiwi, the headshot through. 0 point cleared out. They know that that's going to be the approach from the KO here over by Tree, and Devi up on top, just managing to find 1. Just a little bit of damage there from the fragment, and now wants to push forward with the shorty in hand. Goes rushing up, doesn't find anything, will draw back over towards Heaven as the Seekers now are going to be let loose. Lockdown's available, but surely not. Here from Maj, do we need a lot more than that as Mind Freak tries to get himself in underneath the door. Can't make it happen, but Jing arrives and back Gen shuts out at a captain. And now it's all on Mr. Fallen, classic in hand. As I mean, he's just running at him with an Odin. Like,
he just runs right past.
You absolute madman! It's a flawless round. I don't know how, but it's a flawless round. As Forsaken is just giggling maniacally, running forward with an Odin in hand.
Well, and that's when you start to know that things are going very, very badly as an opponent, is when PRX starts getting a little bit silly. And they love to have a little bit of fun along the way. It's just when PRX is laughing, that's when you know things are going bad for you as your opponent. And they are having a good time on stage right now. They're always having a good time, though. They're just a lighthearted bunch when it comes to their big matches. I don't think I've ever seen a team that can weather pressure as well as they do.
And they're absolute lunatics. Timeout, final one called here. At map point for PRX, FUT looking to run this back. Given just the way that things have been going, it seems unlikely. They have still that huge tool in the lockdown available. If they can get Maj into a great position, dump that ult, take a site, and be able to hold the lines, maybe there's a world where FUT can fight back and get us into an overtime. We know that these players are capable of it. They've displayed it. I mean, the fact that they are here in this position absolutely proves it. But this has just been slipping away from them ever since swapping over onto this attacking side. As you can see, still just that 1 round gained.
I think PRX gonna try to contest this aggression over B main. They've got Forsaken something and Jing here.
Like
oh no.
He needs to get the lockdown. Forsaken.
They know, they know.
Okay. Still tagged up. Widely gets away from it. This does allow for Jing to get himself into a very forward position.
And if he can get this orb, he's got the showstopper.
Let's see if that contest ends up coming down. It's Kiwi taking space, making their way forward, ready to swing into market, but something is taking an even more aggressive position now. He's moved up. He's gonna get shut down. Great covering fire there from the side of Adicaptan, finds that kill. Jing, however, gets the punish. Maj gonna be taken out. That means the lockdown cannot come through in this round, so the rest of FUT need to try to close this.
And now they can't go towards Jing. They know he is the showstopper. They have to change direction.
Oh, the one tap divide. Scoped in, finds one, tries to hold down the spray, can't make it happen, and Mr. Fallen flushes Mind Freak out of wine. That's huge, that space taken, the site now is theirs. Plant can come in. Forsaken with the Odin, still going to be a pain in the rear though. Get some shots through, Mr. Fallen going to be taken low, the drop down into the cove, the push aggressively. Forsaken wasn't expecting it, but Kiwi gives him a bit of his own medicine here. Jing finding one. As you mentioned, showstopper is available, and now jumping out, gets one with a shorty, but Mr. Fallen narrowly manages to find his head. Gets that kill, FUT still alive, but so much damage dealt. What kind of buy can they get? It's gonna be a lot of half armors.
Oh, Jing. I thought for a second there he was gonna get it. Just some great rifling here when the pressure, when their backs are against the wall. FUT able to dial up some really nice aggression. Kiwi there catching Forsaken completely off guard. Really nice stuff, and Devi, you know, probably kicking himself a bit, able to dodge that paranoia, get the lineup through tree door, get a first kill. Probably feels like he should add another. Here we go, the showstopper's out!
Crunch with a showstopper, and Maj again is dead. Cracks, however, gets the punish, brings it back now to a 4v4. Paranoia cross, Adicaptan gonna be down low, 14 HP remaining for him. The pings come through, Mr. Fallen finds Forsaken before getting taken down by something. Now a 2v3, the Emperor's gonna be popped as the spike is getting planted here at B in a moment. But something just holds it down! Finds himself a third of the round, might be looking for a fourth. He would have seen him. Knows that Adicaptan was around alley. And he's just gonna be slow walking as quietly as he possibly can. Mind Freak watching the back angle, however, ready for the punish. And only take one bullet to finish him off. The creep across, Adicaptan needs to hit the shot of his life, but he cannot get it done.
Defender side here, I really think that they could get this done.
See how they begin as Kiwi, the flash and dash forward, but so much damage across, can't find a kill, but still, decent amount done. But as we know, Devi loves to go for that heal buy in these pistol rounds, so is able to get everybody else back up to 100. He himself still going to be remaining at 70.
Yeah, Devi likes to go full utility to really set up, especially something for these hits. Jing, though, no flashes in his hand, no curveballs available. Forsaken with that Sheriff, not able to connect onto Cracks immediately. Toxic screen up here to prevent PRX from encroaching on this B site, and it is going to allow a rotation over. Adicaptan sneaking his way over in through spawn, but PRX going to actually change directions, try to set up a crunch here through Link.
Ping's coming down. Kiwi very cognizant that this push can be coming through, but as the smoke start getting popped, he actually turns his attention back over towards the site, and the timing is absolutely perfect here for something who manages to find the second kill. Crack's gonna be taken down. Dash forward, the site now theirs. It's just that minor little distraction. Kiwi not ready for him. 3 players to try to get the retake. 2 frenzies and a classic in hand. Turk getting the spot onto one. Spam across, something trying to get him through the box. Can't make it happen, but Jing and Devi could be finding one apiece, and now it's all onto Adicaptan. See if he can find anything. Push in, Jing just challenges on the corner, finds the headshot. It's flawless fashion, and a third pistol round win for PRX.
Yeah, PRX, again in the group stage, a little bit shaky on their pistols, but here, flawless. A really good adjustment. It's really showing some different looks. Showing some patience here, like Mimi was just talking about on the desk. She wanted to see PRX kind of wait out some of this utility from the side of FUT, and they do that this time, and they catch him completely off guard. Those smokes there change the direction of Kiwi, who for a moment seemed to be aware of the lurk and sets up something for 2 kills, and you do not want to get something heated up here on this Jet on this map. We've seen what he can do, folks. He will just come right at you with those shorties and make your life a living hell.
It took a while to get warmed up a bit there on the Reyna, and then, as you're saying, once it did happen, it became completely unassailable. So, looking for the challenge, looking for that quick little scope in and put some damage through, but yep, the heal is going to be there right on cue. The site now taken, and FUT full four-man rotation around the back, now cutting their way through the attacker spawn. See if they can try to catch anybody off guard. But as soon as PRX get a sense of this, they can just turn all their attention over here towards long.
Let's see if they can avoid feeding Jing any more alt orbs to get that run it back online. Trying to maybe play off of that A corner there towards the alt orb to see if they could catch PRX leaning that direction. A lot of times you're going to see Jing in particular fighting over that area.
This is a much better pivot.
Yeah.
Make their way through the link and just go down to the spike. Don't give any of those extra alt orbs over, as you were saying. PRX make their exit. FUT now in pole position. Just go ahead and sack themselves. So that's going to be PRX moving up yet again, flawless fashion now. Up 2-0. As this is the start that they would have wanted to have back on Ascent.
Absolutely. This is scary now. As you still have a couple rifles in the mix, 4 PRX, 3 Spectres. Able to get through that fairly unscathed. A few buys have to come through, but going to have a little bit of extra room to maneuver will PRX, even if this round goes sideways. This time around, you can see you've got the double flash, and this is really just classic PRX on this map. They love to throw the hot hands right at the ground here, send the flash out. Jing can curveball around the corner. Even with that gravity well, if anybody had made the mistake of waiting around with all that utility coming at you, and it guarantees Jing this alt orb. He's so good with the way that he plays this. He is, again, like we talked about on the previous map, he's a human owl drone. He's just coming at you all the time, and he's willing to do that. He's willing to do the dirty work for PRX to set them up for success on this map.
3 players ready to receive here as PRX make their way forward onto the A site. Ball goes up, dog going to be cleared out. Identifying one over towards Flowers, the swing, and Cracks look at the challenge on the fight. Ends up getting taken down as Forsaken is just rushing into the back of sight. And finds 2 before Mr. Fallen can get the better of him. Still that man-digits advantage there for the side of FUT, and a weapon upgrade into the hands of Mindfreak, swapping that Spectre for a Vandal.
I mean, that's huge. PRX comes out with a man advantage and still keeps the gun.
A lot of pressure now. Get ready to swing onto the corner. The dink instantly in. Divide finding one. Has to go for the reload. No swaps over to the Ghost now. Covering fire. Not there from something, and he actually gets punished and noted. Mindfreak over at Art. Dealt with. The swing out. Mr. Fallen down to a sliver. 11 HP remaining for him. They still haven't got the spike over towards half. Something swings out. Finishes off the enemy Killjoy. Take on the hold. The Jing just gets right up close and personal here with Maj. It's not going to be a flawless, but it's still going to be a bonus converted here as PRX now move up 3-0.
And now Jing's got that run it back online already. He will be cycling through those very, very quickly. Sheriffs have to come out once again for FUT. And PRX so diligent here. Forsaken on the point, so quick with that Vandal. And again, the fact that they're able to keep it in their hands. So useful. And just good patience, good diligence there at the end by something in Jing. No one overstepping. No one giving Maj that chance to clutch it out. And here we go.
Comes in, full Sheriff purchase here for the side of FUT to try to turn the tides. They know how good they can be when they have these defensive lineups here. With those Sheriffs, hold an angle, get those headshots through, but they're still playing very far back as they go for the gamble stack over towards B. Which just leaves Mr. Fallen all on his lonesome, but he still gets the headshot and now has a weapon recovered. What an opening from him.
That's just a great read. Expecting someone to push that angle, expecting the W keying from PRX. He profits from it.
Forsaken. Not going to give Cracks the same opportunity, though. Ventures to find him. Takes him down. Snappy is Divide. Locks in here onto Mr. Fallen now. That's going to be the run back. Pop Jing rushing forward. Looks for one. Gets him. He's sent back over in towards A main. We're at a captain now. Finding himself an elimination. Divide taken out, but the hot hands come in to further delay. They also have that grab well set up as long as Mindfreak doesn't get caught. Tap onto the spike. Smoke down. Well gets popped there. It's pulled off it. Now it's just not really any time remaining. Mindfreak pushing forward. Just gives his life to the cause here, but Attic Captain will be able to come away with 3 kills. A very solid round from him. They cannot get that round win. They cannot get that Thrifty converted, but it's still a Red Bull clutch here for the side of PRX.
Yeah, and this is the other layer to the kind of the compositional differences here. With Captain on that Brimstone, yeah, he's got a Molly, but you've also got the Gravity Well from Mind Freak to buy time. You've got the Hot Hands, you've got the Nano Swarms. Just like a lot of compositions on this map, even though PRX is a little bit off kilter compared to most, they still have a ton of delay. And I mean, Alex would like it a little cleaner, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it was anything but. We will have a timeout called first and foremost here from the side of FUT, wanting to pump the brakes and try to get that round on board. Because again, yes, it's not that round win coming through. It is a clutch at the hands of PRX. But all things considered, going into that with the attempt at the Thrifty, that's still about as good as it can be without getting the round win itself. So much damage dealt. You're, forcing some more purchases to come through. This means that right now only Jing and Something really have any kind of established economy. And this also now allows for Kiwi to get himself an operator into his hands at long last.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, really, just FUT there had a good round. It just wasn't quite quick enough on that retake. Again, Mr. Fallen finding a good angle to keep that gun, or get that gun into his hands. Try to put some pressure onto PRX, but now coming through into the 5th round, let's see if they can get some value out of this operator. And PRX maybe going to let up off the A attacks for now. Last couple of rounds, they've just been hitting that A orb with those flashes.
I think they might just keep doing it,
yeah.
Especially once they realize that Kiwi does have this op. Got to try to approach B from a slightly different angle.
Let's see if they're going to be able to kind of sniff this out. It looks like maybe a mid-crunch here. Potentially expecting some aggression. Turret put up by Forsaken. Something's going to use that to take space there, knowing that nobody's peeked out. Alarm bot around the corner. You got the Astra Star there to cover here for Something, and he saw it.
Oh, spotted him, but cannot get that punish. Mr. Fallen wisely just playing back. Bot will get cleared. Giving him the opportunity here to find anything off the back end of it. Mr. Fallen just going to be fading away into the site itself.
And they're going to rotate over towards Art. Cracks waiting. A couple flashes still available. Could really set up here with Maj to put some hurt onto PRX.
He's in position, swings onto the corner, but Something still comes away with the kill. 11 HP. We'll just go ahead and shift walk over towards the Vi. He can get that heal through.
It's a good attempt by FUT, but still PRX able to just get one and get out. And even when he's not on the Reyna, Something is still so good to just not overextend in a good check.
Okay, Jing is still just plus forwarding out into the open and gets punished for it. Nice shot by Kiwi. Very necessary hit. Flash not going to connect. With the change up here on a position, managing to find Something. The full flash here onto Mr. Fallen, but they don't push the corner. They don't find that punish. Time dwindling. The spike now on the floor. Mind Freak finding the kill. Forsaken finding another one, but has to go for the reload. Time running out. 8 seconds remaining. Tap on the plant. The swing in at a Captain. Running out of bullets now. Running out of life. Forsaken shuts him down. He finds a 3K to close out the round. The PRX just steal it away from FUT like thieves in the night.
I'm just blown away. I thought FUT had that round. Kiwi was doing a good job. Jing just kind of running out there, giving Kiwi the ability to re-peek and find that first kill. And he finds a second in there too, but then they get kind of crossed up here in between the two players, and that's just heartbreaking. It looked so good at the beginning for FUT, but this is what makes PRX so frustrating to play against. Is they're just so individually talented top to bottom. Their clutch ability is through the roof.
I mean, Kiwi hitting shots like that, Jing literally running it down, just inting into B long, and they still can't get the round. It's a heartbreaker. Forsaken now is just,
oh boy,
he's just forcing his way into Art. Finds a third. It's another 3K. Kiwi stuck here back sight, wants to put these knives to good use, but just cannot make it happen. Swing around the corner, Maj will put an end to Jason's reign of terror. Now the spike is planted, 3 members strong. What's the call here for Maj?
It's obviously going to be very, very difficult with the way that PRX is fanned out. A couple flashes still left even for Devi. Maj is going to have to go absolutely huge.
Flash just enough to get the confirmation on his position. Devi decides to face in for the fight. A 6-0 beginning here for the side of PRX. I mean, we know how strong they are on this attacking side. They've proven it time and time again with this composition. But one of the worrying things is that they have been doing this composition all year long.
Yeah.
And still, people have not figured out how to really counteract it.
No, and look, part of the problem going up against PRX is they're very creative. And this is something that I've talked with Coach Alex a lot about, is that he doesn't want to stifle their creativity. Part of his coaching style is allowing them to just kind of figure it out on their own, to kind of do some crazy stuff and just see if it sticks or not. And these guys are just so individually talented and so smart, and they just grind. You know, Forsaken will sit by himself in a solo match, just looking at lineups, just seeing what he can get done, see what kind of weird stuff he can find. And it works because they're just grinders, man.
Right. Into the site, something, finding Adicaptain before he can make his way out the secret. It's that opening kill. Smoke's now taken away from them. Knockdown is available here from Mr. Fallen. Probably feel a lot better about committing it if they had a kill already, but instead it's just going to be the overlapping Venn diagram formed here.
Here.
Push the flowers, something finds Maj. Lockdown destroyed. Just taking a look at the hold back over towards R, ends up getting taken down. Mr. Fallen finding that opening kill, but something gets himself a third. Looks for another one, but cracks, finds the kill. Knife across, but given that they have this operator in hand, they just have to go for the save. They have to allow for PRX to move up 7-0. Jing wants to try to take it away from him.
I mean, PRX is just so clean. Their mechanics are so good, and you know, Jing again, happy to die here with the economy the way it is. He's happy to go hunting for this op. He doesn't care if he gets another ult charge in. That's his job. His job is to collect ult charges at any cost.
It is. A little bit more curious about Mind Freak also dying to the spike at the very end.
I don't know.
There,
you know, that's just W gaming things, man.
He's got so much money, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. I mean, they did yeet an op into the spike earlier in the event, so at this point,
true,
whatever.
Well, it's the second and last timeout now called here from FUT. Just 8 rounds into this first side of the map here. Just feeling desperate. Guys just wanting to somehow be able to break through this PRX attack and be able to shut them down, get that first round on the board. You have to imagine that if they can get that, it's going to be such a sigh of relief, and then from there you can start finding your comfort. At the moment, there's just been no comfort spotted whatsoever.
Yeah, and all it takes is one round, and everything can change. And they've got a couple great ults to work with. You've got the Orbital Strike, you've got the Viper's Pit, so you can, throw some wrenches at PRX. And look, if you start taking rounds off of PRX, sometimes they slide. Sometimes they kind of do what I call the Mobius strip of W gaming, where they look brilliant for a long time, and then they kind of start to not, and you can kind of really string together a lot of rounds against them because sometimes their creativity kind of works against them, where they get a little over creative and they do things that cost them some rounds. So you just got to start finding that success as FUT. See if you can really put your foot down here, find success off this round, because it feels like it's got to come now or never. With these big ults online, with the money invested in this round, Achilleos, it has to be here.
Flash out of the corner, not going for the full commit this time. This A main play. Just check on the corner, not spotting anything there. Looks like Kiwi's just going to be holding the line in case they swing their way back over towards this A site, but as we can see, mid, it's being, the space just being taken here from PRX.
I got the spike.
Kiwi's got to be a little bit careful. There's no information on Art right now for FUT. If PRX were to rotate through here, they could just catch Kiwi off guard in the back. Maybe he gets one, but getting more than that's going to be very challenging. If he can do it, it's going to be impressive.
Oh, Forsaken right now is getting ready to swing on this corner that he's been holding the entire time, but he fades away from it right as he would have crossed in. And I think that dash through, did he spot him? Looks like the answer is going to be no. Forsaken, though, striking. Jing taken down once again. Forsaken finds the kill, a 1-for-1 exchange as the site gets taken here from PRX. Spot on the one, couple shots across on it, cracks the commit there onto the plant from Divine. He barely manages to make it out. Life intact, down to 30 HP, but survives. Pit is available if they could
get there. If they can get there.
Smoke gives him some cover to try to inch forward. Shots exchanged. Fragment down. Checking on the right side, Cubby. Knives now out. Something up over the top. Sends the right click. Not going to be able to find anything, but Forsaken with a spam will take down Captain. Gets him off the spike. They're looking to hold this one up to half. They at least make it to that mark. The swing around now from Mind Freak. Arrives off the flank. Finds two. Something gets the finisher. And PRX will not relent. They will not slow down. They're now up 8-0.
And this is just FUT giving up some space through Art and PRX being diligent enough to kind of recognize that open area. Forsaken finds the perfect timing. Right when Kiwi starts kind of hearing potential sound there from the Art direction, has to turn his attention, and that's where Forsaken makes his move. It's so smart from Forsaken. And they're able, yes, Kiwi gets one, but that's sight, that's plant. Mind Freak doing a wonderful job in the post plant as the Astra. Those gravity wells so tricky. A flash and dash shot right down by Devi.
Trying to go for it again, but prepared. Gets the punish. Kiwi on the floor. Something with the attack up, because why not? As the pings come down, still though showing some respect, not just fully rushing into the site. As I say that, right back going to be popped. Jing onto the corner, ends up getting flushed out of that one pretty quickly, and Cracks with a nice little double up. Some punish there, onto the run and back, finds Mind Freak, finds Jing, but unfortunately, it's just Maj with 18 HP and a dream.
Poison's off.
Poison gets dropped. Creeping forward, spots the barrel one, and gets the kill. Some decent damage dealt there. Blood flowing a little bit more for the side of FUT in that round, but it's still going to be,
Sit down. We're not done yet.
thus far, perfect run from PRX.
Yeah, and now PRX is even going for an Odin. That doesn't happen very much on this map that I can remember. Seeing Forsaken snag an Odin on Pearl, so let's see what kind of insanity. Maybe just a play through doors. I'm seeing the Astra orb at mid doors. Maybe they're going to try to catch somebody coming out of there and then spam it down potentially if he does hang on to this Odin, and he is going to. Yep.
Oh my goodness. Down to 10 HP. A little bit of a delayed reaction here from Something. Still comes away with one kill. Kiwi gets Forsaken, but then it's traded out by Devi. So swiftly back and forth here. PRX very much landing with the man advantage.
But again, it's new things from PRX that I'm just, not familiar with, that I don't see them do very often, if ever. And this is just what makes them so special. They're like listening to a jazz band. It's just everything is changing all the time. And that's what makes them so difficult to play against. Not only is their aim out of this world, but they're really, really creative.
It's been those things that are keeping FUT caught off guard time and time again. Go toe-to-toe, aim-wise, gunfire-wise, but you can't anticipate where the players are going to be coming from, what they're going to be doing. It just